Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey. Welcome to IGN's E3 2015. I'm joined by our tech editor, Elena Yee. Elena,
Hello.
you and I just got to see the latest and greatest HoloLens tech demo from Microsoft. It is a Halo-themed mission pre-brief for the Warzone mode. It's not part of the game, it's purely a tech demo, but it blew us away. First up, the actual sort of fit, finish, and operation of the headset itself. You got to see it back when it was revealed in January.
Right.
How far has it come since then, in your opinion, now that you got to play it this week?
Well, I can't say it's a fair comparison to compare what I saw back in January to what we saw now, because what we were using back then for the demos was a dev kit.
Right.
But I will say, having used this more final version, the kind of consumer version, it feels really comfortable. For me as a glasses wearer, it's really nice to have this free space around the glasses, so I'm not having the nose pads jammed right up into the bridge of my nose. I like being able to actually see downwards and kind of get a glimpse of the floor.
So yeah, they've put the headsets on us, the nice easy adjustments, and then the first part of it, they do a quick calibration. They have you stand up. It was modeled after basically like a Pelican dropship from Halo, the room. There's a bench, you get up off the bench, put the headset on, calibration on the wall, and then they tell you, turn right, look down the hallway, and wait for further instructions. So you do that, and then a literal, the waypoint that's like Master Chief gets on his visor, the blue diamond pops up with the distance.
Yeah.
And you walk toward it, and it's exactly like it is in the game, and then there's an arrow pointing right, you turn right. And that, for just 5 seconds, I felt like Halo was real.
Same here.
I love that. It was so cool. And then we get into this mission briefing room, this big round table where they're going to tell us about what Warzone is and how it works. And that's when the hologram started on the table.
Right. Yeah. So you get this hologram right in the big center of everyone's gathered around, right? Yeah. And a view of the Infinity comes up. And you can actually use this cursor. I don't know if you were playing around with this, but this cursor appears, and you can actually move your head to move that cursor and highlight different parts of the ship, and you get info on armament, propulsion, just general ship info. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, and then the meat of the actual pre-brief starts, and Sarah Palmer, the Spartan 4 commander from Halo 4, a hologram of her in her Spartan armor pops up, and that's where I was just like, okay, this is cool, because it was like one of the Halo action figures, the 12-inch action figures, came to life and was talking to me. It was super cool, super weird. And then there's a 3D holographic overlay of the multiplayer map we were going to play in Warzone, and she's calling out certain parts in that, and you can, again, like you said, look around, move your head, and get a different angle on it. And then there's watch out for, so Warzone has AI enemies in it as well as 24 human players, so they will watch out for Covenant enemies like this Hunter Elder, and then again, same thing, this big hunter shows up in the middle of the table and is doing an animation. It looks like this huge action figure, like the statue that's on my desk at IGN, has come to life and is moving around, and it was insane. I mean, the only downside to it, and it was a significant downside, tell me if you agree, was the field of view on it's really small right now. I was kind of having to do this to sort of try and see everything.
Yeah, and actually, honestly, I had a little problem with that with the calibration at first when they were putting the headset on.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember that being an issue back in January, so I don't know if they're still working some stuff out between dev and prototype.
Right.
Consumer prototype. But all in all, even with that in mind, it's still pretty neat to just be able to see that and then move around in the room and just have it move with you as well.
So bottom line, are you excited about HoloLens? I mean, Oculus is great. We're seeing Morpheus this week. How are you feeling as far as enthusiasm for HoloLens and the prospect of Microsoft's augmented reality solution?
I'm personally super pumped for augmented reality. I tend to get a lot less sick with it. I like having that mix of being able to touch and see physical, real objects with that kind of additional augmented kind of stuff on top of it. I really like that we're seeing more of kind of what Phil Spencer was talking about back in January about applying HoloLens to games and kind of marrying those two with this tech demo, so I thought that was really rad.
Well, we saw the Minecraft thing on stage at E3 too, which
I saw that back in January.
So yeah, I mean, this was a tech demo. It's not part of Halo 5. There's a long way to go between what we saw today and what a real life thing you could buy on a store shelf would be. This may never end up being a real thing that's in everyone's homes, or maybe it will be.
I hope it is.
That's the best part, is the prospect of it. So HoloLens, one of the coolest things we saw this week at E3 2015. For so much more on Halo, on HoloLens, on everything going on at E3 2015, keep it locked right here to IGN.